Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly analysis. Like I always say at the beginning of every video, if you guys enjoy any of these analysis or if you guys, find it helpful throughout your weekly trading weeks, make sure just to give a comment, any feedback, any like, any support is always greatly appreciated. But I'm always happy to make these weekly analysis because I'm very passionate about it. I really enjoy giving market analysis and really doing research on the current conditions where we stand. So more than happy to make these, but of course, if I'll be more than happy and grateful if these analysis help you out throughout your trading week. So let's get straight into it. Just looking at it, you could just tell that last week was something. Mainly Friday, just by the Friday candle. And we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna talk all about it. But we'll go like we always do at the beginning, a weekly analysis. Obviously Monday, you could see it's here, but Monday market wasn't open, and so disregard that candle. But again, I had two trading days. On Tuesday, I took the market short around here after the breakdown and the retest of the previous volume for a condition lower. We were below the intraday bullish level, so I was really looking for to take the Waves market short, and I did capitalize on a small scalp to the downside, and however, just the market itself was really choppy. I eventually did end up taking the market long as well after determining there was choppy conditions around like 10:20, and I actually got long around here hoping for a move higher as during choppy conditions based off even bouncing off the 6127, which like we previously mentioned last week was going to be a very important weekly level heading into the trading week. So you're going to see that it actually played out very well for us. Um, but I ended up taking it. I wrote it up here. That's when I really took my trade into break even because the market was really, really, really slow on Tuesday. So I did not want to sit around through that. And you could just see that again. It was just a very small um, win, but yeah, it was just pretty choppy. And you could just see how we chopped around between the 61.45 and then the 61.27. You can even see that we broke down below the 61.27 and then eventually reclaimed it, supported it, and again we ended up getting a rally into the end of the day. So that's when I took a trade, and then Wednesday is actually itself when I took another trade. Um, Wednesday, if I am not wrong, and let me pull up my analysis based on it. Um, Wednesday it was really choppy off rip, but there was really nothing. I believe it was nothing for me. Okay, actually, yeah. Okay, I see now. So Wednesday again, very choppy. Got off really early. It was like 6:30, and this happened eventually. Six. I do tend to realize that around 10:30, that the market tends to do sporadic moves. But again, I wasn't in for that. Just I was looking at this and I was like, I'm done, and I had errands to run and things to do throughout my day, so I didn't want to sit through that. And so eventually, obviously, you could see that we ended up rally getting even below the previous day intraday level, and yeah, and I would even remove that just because it's not important right now. And so now Thursday, or yeah, this is Thursday. This is when I actually took a trade. So Thursday, now, this was really important because this is when the 6127 it played out pretty well. You could see that the market just sold off strongly, and my main view was to see how we react at that 6127. So once we sold off there, I actually entered on the market short around that 6127, and I was actually able to capitalize really, really well off that move. And I even updated it on my intraday. I actually took two trades off that. One of them I got stopped off really, really early. Um, I got stopped off really, really early just because my entry was so tight and my risk was really small. So you can see one out of two stopped out there. But my entry was based off that retest. Once we got below here, we were showing signs of selling around here and signs of not pushing up higher below that 6127. So once there, and again, based off this massive sell-off, I was not looking for ways to take the market long, right? I want to ride the trend. I want to go on the side that is stronger. So once we got below, I took that retest stopped out the first time, and then on the second time re-entered, and then that's when I rolled this move lower. My target for this, I was aiming for, I closed 7 contracts or 70% at 61.14, which was a set of single prints down here, so that's where I closed 75%, and the rest of it I was actually going for 6100, that psych level, but unfortunately it did not continue lower. Unless it, yeah, did not continue lower, and I actually got stopped out of the rest of the contracts um, around 61.17, similar to that. So again, very great trade, and just that 61.27 was key, and you could just tell up here as well. You could just see how we just kept rejecting it, and then we continued to move lower, and then we rejected it again, and then once above, we even used that support. So like I said, that level was going to be really key for the rest of the week. And now 60 on Friday, same thing. However, I did not take anything on Friday just because I was having technical issues with my PC. Luckily, I got it fixed. But I was really frustrated because this is literally what I was looking for. And so, again, that 61.27 was just going to be key the whole time. And so, again, we opened off, market consolidated right there. We then sold off. And then what we did was actually retest that level, and then just the rest of the day was insane. You could have just rode this all day. Obviously, in hindsight, you could see that it just went all the way down. But in non-hindsight, or like during the trade, this was the move right here. This is what you're ideally looking for. Once it's below 61.27, you wait for that pullback, wait for that retest, and then you enter. And so we even got below the 61.70 level. We had a minor retest on there, and then we just continued lower off that weekly bearish low. So market right now, obviously where it stands around 60.53. But again, levels worked out perfectly last week, and so now we have new levels heading into this week. So for starters, my weekly bearish below level is going to be the weekly low. We did have that, and that weekly low, if I am not wrong, is around, we'll just move around 60.24.50. It's going to be my weekly bearish below level, just because obviously on Friday we saw that sell off, then we saw that kind of like little minor consolidation at the lower side, and so realistically, if sellers want to continue to move this aggressively, we want to get below the previous week's low and below that little volume consolidation. And so that's something we're looking for. A possible reaction could be seen at 6,008. Below 6,008, guarantee you there is just no down or no support until a bigger move to the downside, or until 59.50. Um, that's what I have there for my weekly bullish level above, which we will move. We have previous all-time highs there. I'm going to leave that there. But for my weekly bullish level above, it's going to be 60.94. Reason behind that is actually, just update this above. Reason behind that is obviously on this is, you could just tell, not only is it the value area low, but also you could just tell the consolidation there and the volume. That's where kind of we have it. And on Friday, if you could specifically see, we had a little consolidation there, and that's when we then broke down. So above that, right, if buyers are able to reclaim above all this low volume, which is came from the high amount of aggressive selling, that's going to give us not only trap sellers, but it just shows really strong strength from buyers, right? Remember, these low volume nodes come from fast movement, explosion and move in price fluctuations to the downside, specifically for Friday. So if we are able to finally get above all those, like that low volume node and all those aggressive sellers, they're eventually going to get trapped, close their positions, and again, buyers are going to be stronger in that can. So 60.94 is going to be really important in the case that if we are above, again, we expect bulls to be in control. Now heading into tomorrow specifically, one level I really want to look at is kind of this set of single prints. This is the largest set of single prints on the G period, and here realistically I want to look at a specifically a zone. So this zone, and the reason why is just it's a large amount of single prints. This zone I kind of want to look at around right here. 60.69 to 60.82. It's a larger than usual zone, but I think this is where I'm going to expect sellers to reload just from that. We have lots of sets of single prints that have not yet to be filled. We have the J's, we have the H's, but the G is just the bigger one. And so This is going to be a resistance level that I'm going to be looking at heading into tomorrow. And let me see. Yeah, we'll leave that out there. If we are able to reclaim above this, if we are able to reclaim above this, then I expect, and let me just erase that. I expect now a traversal up to that 94 level, where, or we could put resistance. If we are able to get above this intraday, then I expect to move to above 6094, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna be looking at. So intraday, I'm gonna be looking at this level specifically to see if we continue. I would even make it. I like to really keep my level as 6 points or 10 points. So 6079 is going to be a level that I'm going to be looking at. So this area right now, 60 just 82 is just too much in my opinion. It was 13 points. I like to keep my levels at least, or zones at least 10 points. So 6069 to 6079 is going to be an area where I expect some resistance. And you know what? We'll even actually just leave that red just because this is where sellers could probably transact. Intraday bearish below is going to be below that weekly bearish level. Yeah, that's mainly going to be it. You know, traversal between this range right here could be kind of choppy. If we open within this low volume node, expect some possible, or don't be surprised if we expect some consolidation, some slow movement. And yeah, that's what I'll be looking for tomorrow. For the news this week, we don't have too much. Thursday we actually have GDP, but that's the second reading. We have home sales on that day. On Friday, do expect a little bit more. Core PCE and even Chicago Business Barometer. Those are important things to be on the lookout for. But PCE is probably going to be the most important this week. Another thing, and let me see if I can open it real quick. Let me just open because last week I didn't give you guys. I did not give you guys the VIX analysis, and I really want to give it to you guys. I really want to give it to you guys because it's really important in my analysis. So let me just keep that there. And sorry about this, you know. See if it pulls up. So not only did I change my VIX contracts to the March ones, which is going to be VXH. I'll make sure to change that there. VXH. But the biggest thing I want you to know is that the VIX for me has been really important to kind of determine those tops in the market. When the VIX bottoms, market usually tends to top, and you could just see that on Friday when we bottomed, or actually on Thursday when we bottomed, market just flushed the next day and VIX rallied, right? Because keep in mind, VIX moves inversely to the market, so as the VIX goes up, market comes down, and vice versa. As the VIX comes down, market goes up. So again, we found that bottom kind of around this little range. And so that's something that I always like to keep forward into. So heading into tomorrow, the VIX is going to be pretty important around these areas of around. Um, it could be. Let me see. I'm probably going to be watching the VIX around the 18 level. If the VIX is able to get above 18, then I expect 18.5 to be doable. 18.5. But yeah, really be on the lookout for that 18 level. I think it's going to be pretty important. It's even a psych level. So VIX 18 above is going to give us 18.5. Below we could see possible bounce into the 17.5 level, or even possibly 17.35. So just be on the lookout for that. VIX is very important for my analysis, so be on the lookout for that. So again, a little recap. Just resistance level 69 to 79. Weekly bullish level above is going to be the 94. Below is going to be that weekly low at around 24.5. And again, watch the VIX. Be patient. Follow your plan. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'm going to always keep uploading them every Sunday. So yeah, peace out, guys.